G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Cold Waters with Mags, and welcome back to the 1968 campaign. So, following on from the last episode, we were continuing on to target. However, once again we have been ambushed by what appears to be a submarine fleet. It appears the Soviets, who have been unable to stop me from sinking all of their ships by conventional means, are going to attempt to do so by running me out of torpedoes. I hope you enjoy. Another November.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Another pair of... You're kidding me. I swear at this point I must have sunk more Novembers than the Soviets actually friggin' built to begin with. Okay, so 2 Novembers. Looks like we're in early morning now, and... not getting any icebergs on the 3D view. So I don't really have a lot to deal with at this point. Approximate range is 7.4 kiliyards to target. I'm actually going to, because I'm only going to sit at 5 knots. Set depth.
Make depth 508 dive I.
We got a moderate duct and a moderate layer. Let's get above that one. Both are about the same. Both are sitting around 400 feet. So we'll get up above that layer so they can't detect us, and that's where we will do our torpedo launching. So we're in the layer. Actually,
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
alright, torpedo is away. At least one off. We probably want to get the second one out as well. Yeah, we'll get the second one out as well. So we'll go off the other side. Okay. And that's really loud, so let's get back in between them for a second. Alright, so Torpedo 1 and Torpedo 2 are away, or more to the point, Torpedo 1 and Torpedo 3. Sierra 1, I'm going to send 3 for Sierra 1, and I'm going to let 2 come up behind Sierra 1 to see if we can track down 2. We're at 86, so I think we've just managed... No, not quite. No, there it is. Okay. We're over 90% now, so we can see her. So she's directly in front of us, and a little bit of the ways out, and a little bit below. 7.9 kiliyards. I must be going blind. I can't actually see her in front of us at the moment. Oh wait, I already am blind, so that's fine. Alright, so that's alright. We know where she is, and we know where the other one is too. 74%. It may potentially still be closer than this, but it's reading at 21. That torpedo may have been premature. Unfortunately, this does mean we're only going to have 2 Mark 37s for the surface fleet that we actually need to get. And that can be an issue. I can't afford to miss with any of these. I can't afford a third shot. Actually, sadly, that one needs to keep going straight forward. And I'm going to have to go straight in. Actually, no, maybe not. Yeah, Yeah, no. If one cuts in behind, it'll be in the baffles. Two can intercept. As it closes across here, it'll eventually be picked up and they'll engage, and that's when I'll turn it in. But it shouldn't be too much a problem, I wouldn't think. Although they are turning here. 10 knots. 12. No, they know what's going on. They know what's going on. We're gonna have to activate these now.
Lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 3, 4, 9. Contact faded.
3. Right, and 1. How do we lose Sierra 2 like that? We shouldn't have lost Sierra 2 like that. She just sort of disappeared, even though we had a good signal on her at that sort of a range.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing.
Alright,
0,
so
0, 2.
like that. Sierra 2's heading towards us.
Con sonar. Sierra 3 is cavitating.
Sierra 3? Alright, that just got interesting. That is a problem though.
Noisemaker bearing. 0, 0, 6.
Because that means third torpedo. We're going to need a third torpedo. We actually may not be able to complete our mission objective now unless we get really lucky with the Mark 16s.
Con. Fire control. Weapon acquired.
There she is. Alright, so November has been located. Alright, we're at Sierra 3 signature.
Noisemaker bearing.
It's a trio of Novembers.
0.
Three Novembers.
Sierra 3 is cavitating.
Yes, Sierra 3 is cavitating, I know this. That is not actually as much of a concern as you think it is at this point.
Con. Fire control. Weapon acquired.
And there it is. Close for the noisemakers to be effective. We're inside of the detection for the noisemaker. Boom. Okay.
Last bearing 0, 1.
That's 1. Now, let's go active.
Switching to active search.
Sierra 2's on this line.
Con sonar. Switching to passive scan. Sierra 1.
There's the torpedoes.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 3, 4.
That's Sierra 3. Okay, so those and November maneuvering, that's Sierra 3 we're shooting for at the moment. We're actually not shooting at Sierra 2. Sierra 3 is significantly closer.
Noisemaker bearing 3, 4, 7. Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 3, 4, 8.
dive away from these torpedoes here in a second, which means I need this to acquire something. What are these torpedoes at? Right, those torpedoes are running near the surface. Yep, so that should be fine. As long as the wire doesn't break, we should be okay. The problem is here, I'm not actually getting accurate information. Sierra 3 is somewhere in here, but I don't know where. There's Sierra 2. There's Sierra 3. Sierra 2 is running. I need this torpedo to lock onto the November at the very least before I begin maneuvers.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
God damn it. There you go. Stay on. Three's diving away. Looks like it's trying to match depth with us, actually. Right, so the shot on Sierra 3 looks like we're golden at this point. Whoa! How did that happen? Sneaky little shit's just climbing away and just getting out of it. Go to 1,000 feet.
Make depth 1000 feet, dive by. Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, bearing 344.
344. Oh, so it's just those two. Okay, so that's just the Soviet surface runners going, well, not surface runners so much, they're just going active, although that does appear to be spiraling down. I think we should be good enough that we've managed to dodge them on range, and... Nope, they've acquired.
Make turns.
At least one of them has.
Maneuvering eye. Con, helm, steady course. Passing 900 feet.
Alright, there we go.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Turn around, so when it comes back around to pick us up, and it should come around right on a 6. Countermeasure up.
Torpedo roll, tube 3 ready.
Now that should throw it into another loop, and the question is, can we... Soviet torpedo ignores countermeasure and just continues on through like it's nothing. knuckle. There we go. Finally, something that actually broke it. Right, to the surface and all ballast blowing.
Maneuvering, making turns for 2.
Passing 900 feet.
And turning over to
Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing 300 feet.
300, 200, and
Passing 100 feet.
don't want to pop out of the surface.
I'm
fine with cavitating.
Sierra 2, last bearing 0, 1, 3, contact base.
Ring shifter ultra quiet.
Although,
Sonar, no longer cavitating.
excellent. Looks like we left a little shit behind.
Come left 2, 0, 2, 9, helm I.
So we now have to actually get enough distance off of these torpedoes to be able to speed up and dive again, to actually close the distance to this November. Our final November, that is. But yeah, we should be safe at this point. Yeah, the torpedo's going off into... The torpedo has somehow managed to detect us and bring itself all the way to the surface because magic Soviet torpedo technology that did not exist in 1968.
We are cavitating.
If you ever wanted an example of how the torpedoes in cold waters cheat,
100 feet.
there you go. That, what you just saw, did not exist in this time period.
Passing 200 feet.
That requires a torpedo that's advanced enough,
Passing 300
thankfully.
feet.
The length was short. The requires a torpedo advanced enough to be able to calculate a rapid depth change, and even though it can't detect or have any sense of contact with the target anymore, be able to calculate an estimate of wherever it's gone and be able to maneuver itself. That's not the kind of computing that goes into a computer from the 1960s, into a torpedo from the 1960s. Even the Mark 37s, they're wire guided for a reason. Ow! Okay, so we have been fired on by Sierra 2. Not too concerned.
Making turns for 2, 8 knots.
Alright, Sierra 2's depth is about the same as ours, sitting at about 600 feet.
Come left 2.
Just make sure we line straight up on it.
Helm I. Con, helm, steady course.
She's much quieter than we are, although she's not being quiet herself. She's at 21 knots. She's at 21 knots, so she's not exactly being sneaky herself at this point, which is probably why we can hear her. Yeah, even being sneaky ourselves. That is another torpedo. That's fine. You're pinging me, we go.
Switching to passive search. Contact. Launch transient from Sierra 2.
Hang on a second. Going head to head. .8, they're already active. Countermeasure deployed and diving hard.
700 feet.
Torpedoes have acquired. There's no real avoiding those ones. Those are activated very short. We've dodged one. We're going to get underneath the second one, and as it comes up, I'm hoping it'll detect that countermeasure. No, it's already turning. That's alright. Going up. Sadly, I think that torpedo's going to come back onto me.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 149. Contact is in the baffles.
Oh no, it didn't pick me up on the turn. Now the question is, will that pick up the November? Nope, it's continuing its search pattern.
Passing 500 feet.
And on the second turn, at distance, it's managed to pick up me.
289. Maneuvering on.
Magical Russian torpedoes.
Regained contact on Sierra.
Didn't pick me up on the first pass, but it picked me up on the second one.
Passing 500 feet.
Didn't pick up the November. First time, didn't work. I really don't want to fire a torpedo if I can avoid it here, so first time it didn't work. Let's see if we can get it to work the second time. Nope, the torpedo's going to go off and do its own thing this time. Well, fine then.
600 feet.
Make turns to 0 knots. Maneuvering on. Make turns 5 knots.
God damn it.
Maneuvering
Means I'm going to have to fire a torpedo after all.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir. Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Surprise! Oh, wait.
on. 2 8 knots. Maneuvering on.
Maybe I should have waited a few seconds.
Contact 0 2. Last bearing 1 6 5. Contact breaking up.
No, you're my countermeasure. Please, don't go away. Here it comes.
Passing 900 feet.
Wait.
Passing 1,000 feet.
It appears the torpedo may have locked onto the wreck. That actually worked. Right, surface, right now. Blow everything, go straight to the surface as fast as possible.
Passing 1,000 feet. Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet. Passing 600 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Right, we can go to...
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Where is that torpedo? It's circling right above.
200 feet.
Isn't that a beautiful line there?
Passing 100 feet.
And it looks like we may have gotten away with it. Alright, so with the November down, fortunately, that is our last Mark 37. That's all we've got.
Making turns 5 knots.
3 Mark 16s in the tube, 3 in storage, and 137. And I don't trust the Mark 16s to reliably take down the convoy. If nothing else, these Novembers may have just prevented me from being able to complete this mission. Alright, so, yep, 3 Novembers sunk, 1 Mark 37 remaining, 6 Mark 16s is all we have left. Excellent results, but unfortunately this was not your mission objective. Yes, I'm fully aware. Unfortunately, I strongly suspect the mission objective is going to be to the north, although we did get a medal. Secretary of the Navy is a pleasure of awarding. The Secretary of the Navy takes pleasure in awarding the Legion of Merit Medal to Commander Mags, commanding officer of the USS Plunger SSN 595, for exceptional consistency, outstanding service as a commanding officer throughout numerous patrols during a time of war. His leadership and tactical excellence ensured success in his numerous duties and reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Naval Service. Rewarded to me right when I'm about to fail a mission, or I strongly suspect I will. Anyways, ladies and gents, I'm going to pull this one up here. I guess we'll find out in the next one whether or not I'll be able to actually take down these targets with bigorrel torpedoes. Until next time, remember to click that like button if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and as always, take care.